guys looking for coins? Well, look no further than UT coin banks like the DFS sale. It never fucking ends. Use the code RAT66 at checkout for the most money if you order. And apart from that, hope you guys do enjoy today's video. Done it in one take. What is up, guys? ThePremiumRat here. Welcome back to episode 10. That is right, double figures. We finally got to episode 10 of the Spurs career mode, and we start this episode with a kind of a cup special. This is going to be a cup special. We start this episode with first knockout round tie against Feyenoord away in the Europa League. And this was one of those games that, you know, to be honest, it was the away leg, so we were going to just go try and turn up and not get beaten and try and turn them over in the home leg. But this was a game. This was a game of fairly few chances, to be honest, though. But we really didn't play well. We had an early chance with Paulinho, but then they hit the post and they were dominating us just before half time. We kind of just hung on before half time, and we had to get the boys in and fucking sort them all out. Vorm making a couple of absolutely tremendous saves there. I think there's one more chance. This is their final chance before half time. We really were hanging on. They seem to just, I don't know what it is with career mode. They just seem to just cut me open. My defense is really not that good. Again, he probably should do a lot better there. But that was half time, and we really weren't playing that well. I needed to rile the boys up at half time to try and get them going, so we made a couple of tactical changes. But the team talk seemed to work, because we come out all guns blazing in the second half. Lennon bursting down the left. Can he get in across? Is he going to cut inside? He has. Is he going to go across the line? Unlucky. Just cleared off the line. But that's how it finished. As I said, a game of very few chances. We really had probably 2 shots on goal the whole game. They kind of dominated us in terms of possession and shots, but I was thankful to hold on and take the 0-0. Anyway, into our second game then. We had Middlesbrough away in the 5th round of the FA Cup. As I said, this is going to be a cup special. And again, you know, Middlesbrough, 5th round, you know, we're progressing fairly nicely in the FA Cup, and we really should turn these guys over, home or away. We really should beat them. And we get off to a good little start. Meyer doing well, slipping in Destro, but the keeper makes a really good save. Otherwise, we'd have been 1-0 up after about 30 seconds. We did kind of dominate the game, and finally we managed to score from a corner. Then Lamela whips it in, and then Destro just leaps like a fucking fish above everyone, leaps like a salmon to absolutely put a bullet header past the keeper. I think it deflects off the keeper and goes in, but I don't care. Lamela with a nice little whip in from the corner. Destro, he just leaps above everyone, and that put us 1-0 up, literally on the stroke of half-time. That was like the last kickings, I suppose you could call it, just before half-time. We kind of deserved it. They had a few chances, but, you know, we really should be beating Middlesbrough. And again, we had another fantastic chance just into the second half to pretty much kill the game. It eventually drops to Meyer on the edge of the box, but just no power in the shot. And the keeper makes a very comfortable save, to be fair. But typical Tottenham, we always find a way to blow it. Ben Davies down the left-hand side here gets fucking turned inside out. The ball gets whipped in, it comes off the bar. And Dean fucking Whitehead, of all people, Dean Whitehead, what an absolute shit cunt he is. Dean Whitehead somehow beats, I don't know whoever I was playing at right back, might have been Norton at right back. And he beats him first to the ball and nods it home to equalise for Middlesbrough. Cabal was just standing there trying to blame everyone else. He looks like he's got a fucking ridiculously long neck. I don't know whether that's just me or he looks like he's got a stupidly long neck. But the first one was lucky to come off the post, but that equalised. But then we hit back literally straight away. We brought Marshall on for a bit of pace. Is it going to go in? Makes a good save and comes off the bar. And now we had 13 minutes or so to dominate this game and try and get the winner. This time, Townsend, we have men over, slipping in Townsend. Can he get the shot away? Can, but a good save by the keeper. And finally, after knocking on the door for the next like 12-13 minutes, Lamela plays an absolutely sensational over-the-top ball to Townsend, who missed that earlier chance, but he takes it down with ease, breezes past the last defender, and slots it into the corner to give us the 2-1 victory. That was pretty much game over, to be fair. A fairly late goal, and that was going to send us through into the quarterfinals, I think it is. Yeah, so we're in the 5th round, so that was going to send us through into the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. A good little finish from Townsend there, finishing it across goal. He did really well there, actually, to take it down and slot. So anyway, as you can see there, that finished 2-1. To be fair, we I can't even talk. We fucking dominated that game, and we deserved to go through. Massive Spurs contingent there, away fans singing very loud. But there's this final score, 2-1. And as you can see, that put us into the quarterfinals, where we'd either play Liverpool, I think, or Man City. There it is at the top. So tough games to follow if we're going to make it to the final or the semi-finals or whatever, but I'm up for a challenge, and that's exactly what we were in for. Anyway, on to the third and final episode, third and final game of this episode, and that was the return leg, the second leg at home to Feyenoord, and we really should be winning this and progressing through into the second knockout round of the Europa League, and we get off to a great start. Strootman doing absolutely fantastically on the edge of the box, played it round by Meyer, Paulinho and Strootman, I think it was, and then he eventually breaks into the box and holds off about 75 defenders for him to slot it into the corner and give us the 1-0 lead. He does really well, bit of skill inside, then holds off 2, 3, 4 defenders and slots it past the keeper to give us the 1-0 lead. And as I said, against Feyenoord at home, 0-0 was the first leg. We really should be doing well and going through, but they had a really fantastic chance. Colin Kazim Richards, the shithead, goes through and he just spoons that well over the bar, so that was a let off a little bit. But we just couldn't find a way to pretty much bury this game. We had 3 absolutely fantastic chances into the latter stages of the first half, just before the end of the first half. Marshall this time, first of all, breaking through and cleared off the line, keeper making a good save. The second one here, Lennon doing well, and then Marshall slipping in Paulinho, who all he's got to do is hit the target, and it's pretty much in, and just spoons it miles wide. But the best chance, just before half-time, falls to Meyer. I think it was Paulinho does well to win it back, slips through Lennon, who again then slips through Meyer. Fantastic turn, and you've really got to finish that. But the keeper makes an absolutely fantastic save. But into the second half then, Feyenoord, although they weren't out of the game, they were still kind of posing threats. I thought I'd cleared it here with Norton, and he just throws it straight to Wilkshire, I think it was, who whips it in from Jordi Classy, and the fucking fantastic save from, I don't know whether I've got Lloris or Vorm in goal, I actually have no idea, but from the resulting corner, I think it's Vorm actually in net. As I said, Feyenoord were still creating chances, but from this resulting corner, we do actually manage to score again. It's whipped in, and then it gets cleared, and Strootman scores an absolutely blinding goal. Just watch this. He runs all the way through. Is he going to lack the pace? No, he's not. Get on the fucking floor. Get on the floor. Puts it into the corner. And that's probably one of the best goals we've scored in this series so far as a solo goal. Strootman, although not really having much pace at all, he makes what he makes up, what he lacks in pace, he makes up for it in strength, and he just does so well to just skip past a few players there, run from the edge of our box to score that. So that was absolutely fantastic. But as I said, Feyenoord was still creating chances. Colin Kazim Richards, they've just got to sub him off. He should have had a brace, and he puts that one wide. But anyway, we managed to finally kill this game off in the 77th minute. Eriksson doing really well, hounding, chasing like a little pit bull, wins it back, breaks into the box, and then cool, calm, and collectively slots into the bottom right-hand corner to give us the 3-0 victory, and that sent us through into the second knockout round, the last 32 of the Europa League, and obviously tougher teams were to come, but a good victory nonetheless. I think we do manage to add the fourth then as well. Meyer doing fairly well down the right-hand side, who sweats it to Chadley, and he's not going to miss from there. So that gave us the 4-0 lead. That was the icing on the top of the cake. That gave us a 4-0 victory. That sent us through into the next round of the Europa League. And that is pretty much it for this episode, guys. If you have enjoyed this cup kind of special, please leave it down in the please leave a thumbs up on the video. If you are new around here, don't forget to subscribe. If we could smash another 50 likes, that would be brilliant. If you are not already subscribed to my second channel, go ahead and do so as well. It's everything non-FIFA related. As you can see, they have dominated the stats. And apart from that, I love you all, and I will see you guys later on. Goodbye.